What's happening, everybody? What's happening? What's going on? Check this out, man. Crypto, and there's so much blood in the streets right now. In the crypto streets, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. There's so much blood in the crypto streets. What y'all think about that? The bear market is living up to its reputation for real. The bear market is living up to its rep. The bear market is living up to its reputation. You know, Tin Top in the building. Devout Hexagon, what's going on, Tin Top? Greetings, salutations. You know, it's been a weird few days. It's been a weird few days in over in my neck of the woods, um, over here in New York. It's just been a weird few days, and sometimes I look at crypto as an escape to escape some of the stuff that I go through in my daily. One thing I have to realize is that I've always said this, and I have to remind myself, balance is key, man. Balance is balance is key. Sometimes it's hard. Like right now, I'm doing this recording and it's raining. Wouldn't you know it? And today of all days, I don't have my umbrella. I don't have my umbrella. Eh, you know what's going on? Soul Hex. Good day to you as well. Good day to you as well. This market is brutal, man. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the bull market. Let's just say that, man, because it seems like everything still follows Bitcoin. As much as we'd like to accept and believe. Oh my goodness, it's raining crazy. My goodness, what am I gonna do? I can't complain. I can't stop the rain from falling. It's crazy. It's bear market and it's raining today. That's not good, man. Oh, you got no dry potted? Oh, I'm so broke from DCA. For real, for real. Tell me about it. PB&J, 99 cent store. There's no more 99 cent stores anymore. So it's $1.50, $2. You gotta, you, you gotta, ramen noodles is a given. You can't even get your ghetto chicken wings and fried rice. Your hood go tos. Your hood go tos now on an arm and a leg. It costs an arm and a leg for some chicken wings and pork fried rice. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll hit you with small chicken wings. And not only will they hit you with small chicken wings, but it's not five anymore, it's four. If you want to buy five, the extra chicken wing, you got to give up some bread. Don't they know I'm trying to capitalize on this hex, you know? The chicken and broccoli game looks like cat food. Like as far as the chicken and broccoli, you ever notice? If you're from the hood, I'm not gonna expect everybody to be from the hood. I'm a little open-minded that way. But when they give you that chicken and broccoli, it needs to be hex and broccoli. When they give you that chicken and broccoli, that chicken doesn't look like chicken. That chicken, they say, is like some boiled feline, you know? Liquid sunshine. That's what we're doing, liquid sunshine. was Richard Hart. A friend of mine told me that Richard Hart was supposed to do a live today around this time. I'm not sure. And if he is, God bless him. I hope he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But at this point, my thing is this. Let's say Richard were to walk away from crypto. What would you do? Let's say like he just decided, listen, he's just gonna walk away from cryptocurrency. What is it that you do? You know? What plan do you have? How would you react? How would you respond? Would you do anything? Would you do nothing at all? You know, it goes back to the whole thing of you almost have to always prepare for the unexpected. You know, I'm extremely bullish. I'm extremely bullish for crypto, absolutely, extremely. But you also got to you got to prepare for the unexpected. It was supposed to be a Twitter Spaces, right? Yeah, yeah. So my friend told me it was supposed to be a Twitter Spaces, but yo, truth be told, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this live up, but because it's something I want to say, and it's like Bambattaa-ish, you know. I don't know if y'all really hip hop centric like that, you know, but because I got a lot of things on my mind. That's why sometimes I feel like I should like create another channel to speak about other issues that probably my audience will enjoy. But I'm gonna talk my talk right now. Because first, what we're gonna do is hold fast to everything that's going on in the market. You know, hold fast. If you committed, just hold fast, man. You don't even have to listen to me because I'm not giving you advice. Just hold fast to the market. It's what it is. 3.9 cents, 3.9 cents at last I saw for the Hex game, the derivatives and all that. Post chain, post X, we're still waiting. The people in Vegas are doing what they do, looking like they're having a good time. The Meta's in the building. Shout out to the Meta. So that's it, man. Like we're gonna just looking forward to brighter days, man. It's crazy. I just feel weird. I was following. I mean, this is unrelated to Hex. What I'm about to say, right? But there was a last stream I did. This battle rapper passed away from some type of violent situation he had over the weekend. He was trying to break a fight and someone attacked him and basically he passed away from that attack. Um, my daughter also presented something to me over the weekend with these kids that and you know I talk about children a lot, man, because I believe and I know that they're the lifeblood of the future, right? So these kids, there's something that's been going on over here, from what I understand, in New York. Car meets, car meet. You know, I'm a man of a certain age, so the kids keep me attuned to the culture of the young people as best as they can, especially in an urban environment. The car meets are like I said, like what you see in the movies, like Fast and Furious. So yeah, she would say that young people get together. Uh, there'll be some cars, you know, in a big sort of like a big parking lot or some nondescript location, and they would just watch cars do tricks. Like these young kids, you know, teenagers, watch cars do tricks, spin, do donuts, and all that language, all that crazy. And now that's been going on over here for a long time. I know they were doing underground drag racing for I've heard that since the 90s, late 80s, or actually early 90s. I've heard the drag racing, especially on some of our highways over here. But the car meet thing is relatively new. This young kid who was a promoter, kid's like 17 years old. He used to promote. He was a promoter. He was well known, and I didn't understand why. But he was very well known among the teenagers here, like in different parts of the city. Like knew this kid. He was a social media sort of like a phenom, if you will. Uh, there was a car meet that took place, and I got to do some fact finding on that. But my daughter told me there was a car meet that took place a few days ago. I don't know exactly what day, and the kid was out there. This particular kid, this promoter, and he's like having a good time. Bunch of kids, music, it's the sex, drug, and rock and roll. Kids are living their lives like adults are, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll for real. And it pisses me off, but that's another subject for another day. Um, Kid got up on a truck. He got up on a truck. Hexified DJ, salutation, salute. So the kid gets up on the truck. Somehow the truck starts to move, like somebody's in there, starts to drive off. The kid ends up falling off the truck, and the truck runs over the child, right? So basically the truck runs over the child. The child, like, he dies automatically, like the truck ran over his head. And so, social media, how some the kids they get the info because people are filming live. And so my daughter's showing me the clip of the aftermath, uncensored, and you see the body. It's like watching some type of Resident Evil from back in the days, these games. A headless body on the floor, blood splattered everywhere, and a trail of blood with like the kid's heart beating on the ground, like his organ. You see the heart still beating on the ground. Like, it was crazy. And I'm looking at myself, the kid was 17 years old. 17 years old, man. Doing the most. But I mean, look, that's not going to stop any child from experiencing these things and going out. But like, that was a that traumatized me just watching it. So I could imagine what these young kids are doing late night, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You out here living the life, whatever it is that they're trying to do. There's nothing you can find at night besides, trap houses, grocery convenience stores, bodegas, and legs. A pair of legs. Those are the only things that are open. And then the goons that are just outside just trying to look for everything demonic to do, Like, you can't, and that whole thing didn't make sense. The body of the child is one way, and then you see a trail of his innards, like dragged away from the body with the heart that still beating. Like, what is that? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's time for a cleansing. Then, sidebar, another thing happens where somebody that I know of, is had a function, right? But at this function, he had a gathering. You could say like a party. You're gonna say a party, right? Family party. And at the end of the party, this guy I know, his mom was there, and him and his mom start arguing. So they arguing because his mother is waiting to get a ride from a friend of hers that he doesn't fuck with. You understand? His mother's friend is the opposition. His mother's friend is someone he doesn't like. And so we're going to call him Charlie. Charlie's flipping. He's telling his mom, yo, don't bring that person and don't bring that person to this party. I don't care if they're coming to pick you up. His mom is like, oh, you bugging out. What's the problem? What are you doing? so and so, what's going on. We're gonna call mom Suzanne, and we're gonna call Suzanne's friend Cherry. Charlie ain't feeling Cherry. Charlie don't fuck with Cherry. Charlie telling his mom, don't bring Cherry around. His mom is bugging and telling him, listen, you wildin'. Cherry's gonna come pick me up. I don't care what you say. Cherry pulls up with her man. Charlie's flipping. Charlie's like, yo, get the fuck up out of here. Don't even step a foot in this house. I'm gonna give you the beats if you don't listen. They end up conceding to what he's saying. Cherry respected his demands, kept it moving, left with her man. But Charlie, when they leave, his mother and him continue to fight. They're fighting real crazy, like arguing. He's telling her, yo, you already know. Somehow, some way, she's like, you already know I don't fuck with her. I don't mess with that, you know what she did, and blah, blah, blah. And Suzanne is like, I don't know why you acting like that, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, come to find out, Charlie and Cherry used to smash, right? They were in a relationship, right? They were in a relationship. But Charlie's a tranny. I'm sorry. Cherry's a tranny, man. I've got these numbers, these late. Yo, so it's like, it's kind of crazy to me because come to find out, he's now opening up the can of worms in the middle of the fight, and people are leaving because you got kids around. They don't want to have their kids subjected to all this, right? It's crazy, man. I'm not keeping this live. This is like crazy. I'm not gonna yo, man. So he's flipping on his mom. He's like, yo, you had this nigga around me when I was 14 years old. He was 22. You had him around me. She slaps him. Blah blah. 3 times to the face. Blah blah blah. Because she felt, ashamed, disrespected. People like, oh, the crowds. They were like, hey, yo, the reactions people get. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, after he slapped her, after she slapped him, people started to leave. Charlie's like, all right, I'm out. I'm out. Charlie leaves and goes to social media and says, yo, why do I have a mother? He says to the world, why does he have a mom, but his mom is dead to him? Why is his mom still alive, but his mom is dead to him, right? He's on his mission now to go follow Cherry. Go track Cherry down, go to Cherry's house. And while he's on the mission, he doesn't have a car. He's walking. This is all taking place in New York City, right? Right? I don't want to give too much information just in case motherfuckers want to just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy, right? So while he's on social media, he's like, yeah, man, I was 14. I was 14. My mom has this person living in the house with us. As Cherry wasn't a Cherry back then. She was, I guess, in between in transition to become Cherry. Her name was like Paul or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, you know, Cherry basically turned him out. He was like, yo, he's on social media. He's like, yo, this is why I have so many problems with relationships. That's why I broke up with Tasha. That's why I broke up with Candy. That's why I broke up with Marianne. That's why I broke up with Susie Lou. How am I gonna face my kids? I've been holding this for 14 years. This is what he's saying. So if it was something that was consensual to me, like I'm saying, I'm interpreting all this like, yo, if this was consensual, he wouldn't be flipping like this, man. Right or wrong? He wouldn't be flipping. He's like, yo, how can I face my kids? I can't hold a decent relationship for long. I can't do it because I'm fucked up. He was with Cherry for years, man. They were together for years, man. But he experienced that alternate lifestyle, early in his teenage years. He said, my mom was supposed to protect me, and she didn't protect me. This is on live. She didn't protect me. And this is him walking to the spot, speaking candidly and freely, because he has to let it out. He's been holding it for so long. He's outside. This is nighttime now. It's nighttime. He's like, yo, why I have a mom who's alive, but she's dead to me. She's dead to me. Right? Now, as he's divulging information, Cherry put him on to game. Cherry was a 22-year-old man who basically raped a 14-year-old. That's what he's indirectly saying to the world. This is what he's saying to the world. That he got raped by a man. And as a result, he hasn't been able to function as a man with a woman properly. He has children. But that doesn't mean, any male can have a child, right? But it doesn't mean he's having any type of real meaningful type of wholesome type of relationship because he's been traumatized. She introduced him to the life. She introduced him to the street life. She introduced him to the drugs, the drug game, the street life. Like, he was gone for 4 years. His mom hadn't seen him for 4 years at one point in his life. When that man came into that boy's life, that boy soon after disappeared for like 4 years. Mom hadn't heard from him. Since then, well, during his comeback, when he finally showed up like a prodigal son, his mom and the family, not my family, his mom and his family, his mom would, and I gotta walk, man. They're throwing bottles. I guess they can't take the rough, rugged, and crazy. I'm talking crap right now. Let me speed this up because I'm out here. So he was going in and out of drug programs, right? Most of the programs he would attend, he would not complete until it got to a point where he did finally turn his life around after he was able to complete one program after many, and he sort of like started to mend his relationship with his mom. He ended the relationship, which was a tumultuous ending with him and old boy who's now a old girl, and he was able to since get married, but he got a divorce, and 2 other ladies after that he didn't stay with until currently right now he's looking at another divorce, his 3rd marriage. And so the problem with all that is mom kept a relationship with Cherry, even though mom knew what was going on, right? So it's that loyalty, that loyalty, disloyal. Like this is the thing where you know you're not with somebody anymore, and when your family members or your mother of all people chooses to keep bonds with an enemy, not even an enemy, it's just somebody you don't rock with anymore. Like that's just gonna cause super friction. Crazy. And supposedly Charlie, I mean, I'm sorry, the girl, and I met the girl before. I met the girl, I met the tranny before. And hey, look, shout out to the LGBT. I'm not defaming anybody. This is real shit. I'm just, being anonymous with it too. This is not about bashing nothing. I want to make that clear because a lot of people are too sensitive for this, for the internet streets. So I met Cherry years ago, and Cherry told me that because one thing I noticed about her, she kept a lot of people around her, right? The type of person that she keeps people around her, like a small. She always got a person around her, even though she has a husband, but she always keeps like some people around her. Some people would say like goons, right? And I never understood why, but it was just like this thing of like, and then you would think these guys are straight that she keeps around her. Yo, they get down with the get down, and they are ruthless. It's like she got to sick the dogs on the other people because she's always like doing some foul to people. And I didn't know to what extent. She told me one time, I said, why you have so many people around, like, like you doing this, you doing that, you fund this person's lifestyle, you funding that person's like, why, what's that? She told me she's a trust fund baby. I'm like, yo, so you buying folks. That's what you do. You buy people. And come to find out, part of the reason why she got into Susan's son's life is because she was paying Susan a little extra because Susan was all about that money too. She was giving Susan a little money because Susan did whatever she had to do to get hers. It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy. You leave your child out there to be ravaged, right? Prepubescent, like you just have your child just become devoured by some malcontent, because it could be anybody who has like these just wicked ways about them, and she don't understand why he's mad, why he don't even want to fuck with his own mom, because he's dealt with so much trauma as a child, so much trauma. And I say this thing is like Bambattaa issues because this person that Bambatta's up on charges or whatever, he got wild allegations for the last 45 plus years that has been known. He's been abusing boys, children. Come to find out, this person over here is the same thing, just different demographic. Well, not even different. It's just the same situation, different, different person, different body, different identity, same type of situation, man. And it messed me up because the dude is walking over to her house. Right, he's on live. I don't know. Like at some point, rationality goes out the window. He's bugging out. He's pissed off. He's walking to her house and he's telling her, "Listen, man." While he's on live, he walks in front of a building. She got the ring, the ring thing on her door. Facts, man. Like the ring thing on her door. For real. Um, he's like, yo, come outside. You effing agate, come outside. I can kill you. You ruined me. You ruined my life. Blah, blah, blah. Screaming. Come outside. Breaking windows. Blank, blank, blank. To her house. Breaking windows. Neither her nor her husband made a sound. They just let him do him outside. He's out there. He's screaming. He's walking into the ring camera. No, not the ring camera. He didn't notice the ring camera. So he's pacing back and forth, smoking a cigarette, pacing back and forth. Come out, you bitch. Come out. You had it. You ruined me. You fucked me up. All my relationships with Tasha, with Angel, with Christy, with this and that, that and this. Ruined because of you. Because of you. On live. I don't know if it was about a 10. He just wanted to vent, man. And this is somebody who, I mean, like, yo, he has a child, man. He has children. He just had a newborn. But because he's been tormented with these things, he lost his job because his wife, who has five kids, including his baby, he married into a marriage with children, had children. I guess their intimacy is a little bit kind of, it's like he was saying, like he's not right because of his past. So she's like, yo, if you can't provide monetarily, if you can't provide you can't be intimate, and the fuck you in the house, so it's crazy. It's crazy. And he's like, yo, you gotta understand, like you have to understand. You have to make sure, like I don't like he's just trying to really like connect. She kicked his ass out. So he's homeless. He's living out of his mom's car, but his mom's car got wrecked. Like it's crazy. Um, so he's like, and it's just so much going on. The man is like, I think he's in his I want to say almost approaching mid 30s, man. Mid 30s. So the whole thing is like these last few days, I heard about this last night and I was just like, yo, this is crazy, man. I heard about this last night and I just said to myself, man, well, let me finish. So he's saying, yo, he's talking about how he's threatening to kill her. He's threatening to kill her. I'll kill you. That's it. I'll kill. Then he sees the ring. He looks in the building. He sees the ring thing is on. The ring is capturing all that. He walks up to it. Cigarette in the mouth. He walks up to it and he breaks the ring. He takes it off. And that was the end of one of the clips. Because there's clips of this dude doing all this kind of stuff leading up to I don't know what, because I didn't catch all the clips. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to know about any type of tragedy coming out of this type of situation because it was just going to reach a head. I know maybe later on tonight I might hear some extra information, but I'm not trying to gossip. What I'm trying to do is share some information that it's just unsettling. It's unsettling, man. Like as far as with young people, like I like to talk about taking care of young people. And when I hear like my daughter tell me about events and functions that kids are having. They already celebrated a 1 year anniversary of this thing called Project X, where it's annual car meet events that they've been doing all through COVID. And I had no idea. They're under highways. They're in like obscure locations. They're doing their thing. They're partying and everything. But in those types of situations, it's a lot of negativity you find in, man, especially at nighttime, man. Like they say, the only things that are open is the gas station and a pair of legs. and the chicken spot. If you're really in the hood, you know, and it's just these kids are subjected to so much stuff out here, man. They want so much. They got so much energy. They have so much energy to do so many things, but they want to be a part of something. And then if that wave, if that movement includes being out at night, you know, having music, and of course you're gonna know once you hear those things going on and it's nighttime and they're horny, you know, the drugs are gonna be circulating. They're gonna be fucking in unsafe situations, man. Because you know how we were. And you know, you try to protect them from doing the reckless stuff if we were reckless, you know? And then you have deeper situations where a kid 14 years old living in his mom's lab, his mom's house, a person you know, and I know these people, like I'm not close to them, but I know them. And dude wilding out because when he was a teenager, mom didn't protect him and let him get used and abused, possibly for money. And you wonder why, like sometimes, like the crypto thing just be a fantasy for me sometimes, man. Sometimes like for real, it's just like a fantasy for me sometimes, man. I want to smile too. I want to laugh too. I want to be able to rejoice and sing like the next motherfucker. But sometimes, oftentimes, more often, too much more often than not, is craziness going on, man. Craziness. And I just had to say something because it was just three events that took place, three separate, like too close, too close, too close, too close. You have to protect what's yours. You have to take care of what's yours. You have to take care of you. You have to appreciate every moment that you hear, every moment that you have. And this also applies to crypto. You don't think people want what you have? They don't even know about what you have yet. And once they find out, they're gonna hound you. If you mess up, if you slip, if you just mess around and make a mistake, you're going to be food. You are going to be a target. That's how it is out here, man. That's how it is out here, man. That's why in the meantime, while I'm at the bottom, like at the bottom, I'm gonna enjoy life and just talk my talk. Because sometimes I feel like I'm screaming. It's not that I'm screaming. I'm kind of passionate in what I'm talking about, right? So it looks like a way. Like people look at me and I'm expressing myself with my hands and all this stuff and blah blah blah. But I look for ways to express these things, not hold these things there. So I use other things to, be outlets, positive, creative ways, and I try to impart that to the kids, to my kids, and to young people because they're coming behind us. When we go, there's still gonna be wolves out there looking to feed on them. So I'm extra guarded with mine. Like I'm on some crazy. Like I'm don't listen, man. I'm extra guarded with mine. And crypto, like, come on, man. Like that's a given. Crypto, ha ha, he, la la, li. Like yeah, ha 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 ha. When you make the money, it's ha 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 ha. But that's when you gotta be even more vigilant to protect what you got. Trying to teach my kids, listen, there's more to life than a fucking car meet, yo. I was going to clubs, nightclubs at 17 years old. So I can't knock them. I'm going to hooky parties, 15 years old, 16, 17. I'm hitting the clubs. My parents were pissed. I didn't care. I just wanted to be out there. I was doing good in school and I was already working. And I'm like, yo, I deserve to be a part of the herd. I ain't missed nothing. And I thought I did. I spent so many years messing around, spending all types of bread. For what? To say, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, I did. So no one cares. Meanwhile, I had peers my age at the time who chose to do certain things like stay home, study, embrace their craft, which is such as like engineering or science, these technical things. Then they ended up graduating summa cum laude, valedictorian, magna cum laude, end up hearing fantastic stories about them. And you know, it's only two or three people, a handful of people I could think of the top of my head. They didn't waste their time pillaging through these streets because you thinking you're missing something in the nightlife because it was a thing to do. It was a thing to do because the wave of peer pressure gripped all of us. It was about partying. It was about drinking. It was about smoking weed. It was about playing with guns every now and then. If you were really into life, you were selling crack. If you were really into life, you had a juvenile record. If you were really into life, you lived in a group home. If you were really into life, you caught some crazy STDs. You had children when you were young. If you were really into life, you were living in the street. You know kids your age who got clapped because they were drug dealers and they did something not they weren't supposed to do and got taken out of here. If you're really into life, you met people who were deported, who came even undocumented, illegals, illegal alien. If you were really into life, you were scared of AIDS. If you were really into life, you knew what type of weapon did what to whom and how. You knew where to go, where not to go. I don't want that shit for my kids, man. I don't want that type of shit for my kids. That's why when I look at all this stuff with this crypto, I'm like, yo, man. I know what has to get done. I know what has to get done. I know what has to get done. Not for everybody. I'm sorry. I'm saying from a personal perspective. That's why I'm still in it and grinding very, very hard. Grinding very, very hard. That's why I'm funny when I look at community shit too. Like go, oh, this community, that community, this guy. I don't do community. I don't flip flop. I don't jump community hop, ride dick in this community, that community. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. If I'm sticking with one, I work with what works for me, and that's it, man. I'm a bull by nature for real. Like that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing what works for me, what fits me. Somebody else can do what works for them. That's good for them, but not for me. And if I have the formula that's gonna help mine, my kids, my family, my wife, like that's what I'm sticking to. Because we're facing all kinds of shit for too long. For too long. Like at any point, you want to talk about imaginary horribles. You want to talk about imaginary horribles. When they talk that imaginary horrible shit, and it's no shot at Richard. I just want to be clear. It's not a shot at Richard. A lot of you sensitive people out there that want to take words and say, "Oh, you flooding." I'm not flooding Richard. It's this term called imaginary horribles, right? That he coined when people try to think of the worst that can happen with X, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, crypto in general. That thing with imaginary horribles, I live with. I live with that because I work with people who are psychiatrically, mentally ill. Like I work with folks who have severe mental issues. So that means they live in a state of imaginary horribles every day. And I gotta now be the balanced person to help them remain calm. So in a sense, I'm jaded. I'm all the way fucked up because I've been doing this too long and I'm fried, but I have to feed my family. I haven't taken a vacation in years. I have to feed my family, right? Got a client who could curse me out yesterday, who could curse me out, and I have to be balanced and basically not react in a way that's gonna, get me fired because I have to understand they have a mental illness. Because before yesterday, everything was all good last week, but yesterday I'm the number one opposition for whatever reason because the mind is unpredictable, right? The mind is unpredictable. They're flipping. Now I have to respond quick because I don't hold any firearm. I'm not a law enforcement. I'm not a cop. I don't do none of that. I have my plastic fucking idea in my brain and my body to make swift decisions and move and my mouthpiece. You want to talk about why I'm waiting on crypto, right? So I leave that situation. Come to find out, dude gets picked up by the cops where the fucking train station because he's in the tracks waiting to kill himself. And that's a situation, right? That, oh, what's an imaginary horror? What if somebody were to just want to commit suicide? That's a reality for this population here. You know? Exactly. We gotta pass it down. We gotta pass it down to the next who are coming behind us. You know? Absolutely not. They're not imaginable in real life. They're not if you know. No, they're not. So dude, he's in the train tracks. They're asking him what's going on. He's all decompensated. He's flipping. He's out of his fucking mind. He's out of his mind. He was looking for the bathroom. This is what he tells them. Peeing on the tracks. Good thing he missed the third rail. Got diagnosed with COVID, and now he's in the thing, and he's gonna stay there for a while in the hospital, and boom. But that's just the reality of what's, yo. Any day, anything could happen. You don't know what you facing. That's just the state that I'm tired of living in. I'm tired, man. I'm like all the way fried, you know. So my impatient self, because yeah, I'm human. I like to be impatient. I don't like to be impatient. I just sometimes find myself impatient. Yo, I'm waiting for the next bull market, man. Come on, what are we doing? I'm waiting for the next bull market. One, two. I'm waiting for these things to come out, man. Pulse chain, pulse X. Yo, Hex, go do your thug dizzle. Whatever. Hey, what we doing? I got shit to do. I missed 3, 4, 5 opportunities already in 5 years. Like, yo, it ain't gonna be 6 or 7 or 8. No, yo, hey, let's get this. Let's get it because we got too much serious stuff to do. We got serious stuff to do. I'm gonna say goodbye to my place of employment. Goodbye. Goodbye and be glad. And hope they don't catch it. Well, it doesn't matter because look, I hope they don't. Hey, whatever. It could kiss my ass. I'm tired of being a slave to these motherfuckers. Be out. I'll be out with glee. With glee. Happy as a mother. And now really do what I have to do because I have the freedom to do that. You know what it's like to work for people that you know you could run circles around, yo? You know what it's like to work for people that you could run circles around, man. Like to the point where you're just like, yo, this shit is a no-brainer, motherfucker. How many initials you got behind your name? And you can't even write one coherent sentence? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's 100% truth right there. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's just the truth. I started by saying this earlier too. What will we do? What would you do? And it's a rhetorical question. What would you do if Richard suddenly left crypto? He just disappeared. You know, like what would be your response? What would be your next plan of action? What would you do? Would you do nothing? Would you pump your bags? Would you sell? Would you buy? Would you create more stakes? What would you? Because you never know. You never know. No one's guaranteed tomorrow. No one. How many of us are really gonna? Hey, man, I don't want to. I don't like to be pessimistic and put that weird energy out there. But no one's guaranteed tomorrow. So when folks take 15 years, all right, you better have a plan because in case of something, somebody can also benefit from the 15-year stake because you never know. A 17-year-old just lost his life. You never know. You never know. I like to laugh like the next one, but sometimes it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's it, man. That's it. Too much real life stuff, man. Not too much. It's just what it is. It's just real life stuff. It's not about too much real life stuff. It's just real life situations. This is what is. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. At one point, I thought about certain things, but I can't do it anymore because I have a family to think about. That's what, if I get a chance, I'm gonna reach out to old boy and just reach out to him and tell him, listen, before you do anything crazy, man, calm, cooler heads prevail. Cooler heads prevail. Before you lose your freedom behind something that you could address and resolve in a different, more healthier way, you have kids to think about. You know what I'm saying? Those of you who don't have any children, you really may not be able to understand what I'm saying, and it's okay. At one point, I didn't have kids. I get it. But at least you know, listen, with the power that you're looking to grasp by way of this crypto talk, this crypto stuff, you're gonna now become more responsible as a person in what you do with that power that we're about to receive. At some point, I don't know when, and it's frustrating, but at some point, what are we gonna do with this power? You know, it's an individual, personal question you have to realize for yourself. It's super real out here. And these numbers that we might face and receive, it'll be like Monopoly. This is just gonna be like lotto like levels of whoa. You want to talk about imaginary possibles? Oh my God. Like like yo, huh, when the next the imaginary possibles of what will possibly happen when we continue to not expect any expectations of profit for the work of others, and then we're pleasantly surprised, watch what's about to happen, man. Don't trick yourself out of that bag, man. Please. Someone said when they get money, they're gonna not really they're gonna ask their family members, because once their family members know, the handouts are gonna be coming in droves, right? The handouts. So um they're gonna tell, one person said what he's gonna do is this. He's gonna look each and every family member in the grill, in the mug piece, in the eyes, and say, yo, tell me how much you want. But I want you to understand, when I give you this, it's gonna be the last and only time I'll ever give you any piece of this guap, right? This is gonna be your one and done. Is one and done. Somebody recently told me, and I don't believe him though. I don't believe him for a second, but he said if he had 100 million, he would be breaking off his close family members, 10 million here, 10 million. It's good to dream and talk, because he forgot that I owed him, not I owed him, I lent him some money. He owed me, he hasn't paid me back since 1999. He didn't say he's going to give me anything either. And it's just a little bit of money, but I don't forget. He was like, yo, I get 100 million. I'm giving this one 10, that one 10, and telling me that. So I'm like, oh, you're not a friend, bro. You can't even give me my little $50. You can't even give. You're not even giving me nothing. Not even the 50 that I nothing. It's devalued. $50 from 1997 is not the same like 50 today. It's like what now? Like what? 22? What are we talking? What are we talking about? I can't even get that. So goes to show you. Goes to show you. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I know we're gonna be in blessed position, but I don't know if I'm gonna be like, oh, name your price, and then this is the last time and only time you gonna get money. I don't know if I'm even. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's just something to think about. I never thought about it like that. Yo, name your price is your one and done. Someone approached me with a one and done. I'm like, yo, give me 20 M's, yo. Give me 20 M's, and I will never speak to your ass again. I will never. Yo, for real, man. You know. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. The $250. $50. 50 and 200, bro. I mean, yeah, oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yo, I hear you, man. Like, hey, somebody approached me like that, tell me, oh, uh, they call me Will. They're like, yo, Will, what what's your name your price? 20 M's, man. 20, 20, 20. Oh, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm sure. I'll make that flip, bounce, twerk. I'll make that thing, man. Listen, man, listen. Watch, watch. No, but that's it, man. That's it. That's it. So listen, people, it's about that time. Yo, you. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, yeah. 88. Yeah, indeed, 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 indeed. But yeah, that was my name in the beginning, 88 Wonder, and before that it was Baba Will. So yeah, man, Crypto Wonder, you know. No, like yo, it's listen, man. When this thing, another, it's gonna be kind of my rose too. On Twitter, this guy posted. I'm gonna say this before I leave you, good people. Um, this guy on Twitter just posted, oh, he's the only thing he has in his life now is to wait for Pulse Chain and Pulse X. He has no other reason to live his life or worth life living. There's no other reason to be around for to be alive except to wait for Pulse Chain and Pulse X. Nothing else is worth living. And Richard Hart hit him and said, "Stick around." You know what I'm saying? Richard, yo, Richard. I'm not laughing at the guy. I'm not. It's just Richard is these things that he does, right? Because I've never experienced his level of Richard's tenacity. It's been this, excuse me, this last like year from 2021 till now. I've been learning about Richard and understanding and kind of so I'm not used to his ways, you know. But he's telling the kids stick around. To me, that stick around is just bullish, yo. Bullish. Stick around. He told the guy, stick around. And the guy got his whole timeline flooded on Twitter. I forgot his name. He got his timeline flooded with nothing but support, like, yo, hang around, don't, do the wrong thing, don't do hurt yourself, this and that and this. Yo, it's hard for a lot of people right now, man. It's hard for a lot of people right now, man. But I'm gonna tell you, like, I never experienced this level of calm before the storm, you know, like now, like when the sun finally shines. I'm talking about like really after this period, this off season that we're in. We're in an off season right now. This bear market is the off season when the bull rears its gradients and bestows upon all of us with the Pulse Chain and Pulse X. Let me tell y'all something, man. I won't be streaming no more, man. I got to keep it real because the world is gonna take over. The crypto, the world, you good people are gonna take over. Like we just, it's just gonna be too much to do. It's gonna be too much to do. And I don't say like I'm gonna give up YouTube, but I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking shit. I could be streaming even more. Who knows? But one thing is for sure: these multiple gains that we're about to receive will highlight who we are right now. The multiple gains we're about to receive will emphasize who we are right now. Like, if we're on our A game right now, we're going to be on a superior A game. If we're on our B and C game and we want to improve and get to our A game, well, now's the time. But I don't know if I'm a stream anymore. I don't know if I'm a stream anymore, man. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know, man. Potion and Hex gotta work. Oh, for real. There's no question. It has to. It's a must. It's a must. Thank you, Tin Top. Yo, that's all we can do, man. That's all of us. We gotta do that, man. We gotta do that. We have to do that collectively. And I know we're patiently waiting because we have no choice but to wait, or we might be impatiently waiting. Who knows? We have no choice but to wait. But when it comes, people, whoa, it's gonna be a thing of look, you've been waiting for it. So now that you have it, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know, you've been waiting so long for something. You finally got those new Yeezys, and then you got them, and you're like, yeah, wah, 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 wah. I mean, I hope it's not like that with the. It's not gonna be like that with the bag. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like that with the 10,000, 15, 20,000 X's, 5,000 X, 100 X, 3,000. It's not gonna be like that for me. I already know. It's all. I could taste. I see it already. I see it. Yo, it's not gonna be. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not gonna be like that. The Meta's working hard on his project, the Friendly Fork of Hex. People not talking about that because they're scared and mad. You know, I don't know why. When you got all kinds of other stuff bubbling in the crypto, I don't know why they're mad. You know, you know. You got all kinds. You got Rex, the Rex game, crazy. Rex. I even heard. I even heard something like. I even heard something like somebody talking about a drip for Hex. Like, who was it? But like a drip thing, a feature of a drip for hexagons. The hexagon, it was Matty All In. He got this thing going on with a vault, some vault thing. I haven't done the research, but I heard him on a reunion stream with Quant Gang and Game Theory Gang. It was Matty All In, Kareem the Dream, Marco, the Hexagon, and David Feeder. And in that stream, I think it was yesterday, Matty said something about his this thing he's trying to bring introduce to the community that's gonna have a drip feature. And I was like, of all the terms, Of all the terms to talk about, you're gonna say drip, bruh? You know, there's a whole crypto community called Drip that deal with smart, a whole entire community, but you know, that spearheaded, not spearhead, I'm not gonna say spearheaded, but that a very own OG Hexagon is like super successful in Drip as he was in Hex because Hex got him successful. Stunner breezy. But they ain't mad at the friendly fork of Hex, you know? That's, hey, man, you can't be, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Got the Maximus game with the perpetual pools. I don't understand it. I might do some research on it, but I don't understand it. I keep streaming. The beef patty cocoa. The beef patty cocoa bread. Ah, too funny. Too funny. Yeah, it's funny how things, you know, I'm sure nobody even knows where the term hexagon came from. You know, it's funny how things work. You know what I mean? You know, it's funny, man. Folks are who they are, man. Crypto London in the building. Thank you. Thank you. You all are amazing too. You all are amazing. You're great. Never think otherwise because we're here. I think the reason why we're here is because we're looking for better, man. Not just because you found me on YouTube. We're just looking for better. That's it. And the meta. Yeah. It's not the alpha. You came to the to put it. I don't even know how his slogan goes. You came to find the meta, so well, here you have it. Something like that. No, we're looking for better, for improvement, opportunities, and do this collectively, whether near or far. But let's get to the bag, man. Let's get to the success. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. No question. Let's just get to it. You know, we got to get to the bag of success. It's not all about money, but it helps. It sure helps. Use that money to make it work for you for a change instead of running after it. Painstaking. If that money work so we can understand what that feels like and we could teach other people how to do that. Because everybody can't do it at the same time. And everybody can't be a boss. You need somebody to work for you on your behalf, not to be submissive or anything subjugation or anything offensive. It's what it is. I know my role, I know my position, even though I work for idiots. You know what I'm saying? I know my position is I kind of like my time has come and passed, you know, as far as like, yo, up the ladder of success, up the ladder of this chain of 9 to 5 success and domination. I'm man, fuck all that. I don't even care. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. You want to keep your CEO directorship dreams, keep that over there. If I was gonna do that, that time came and went. I got other things to do on my mind. I'm set on other things, and that's to help my family, help my loved ones excel, and that'll be great for me and save some people, man. Touch some hearts, man. I feel bad that I can't really help people the way I'd like, but I do what I can. At the same time, It's draining, people. Like, it's draining. It's draining, and you have to take care of yourself too. You gotta be selfish sometimes. You gotta be selfish sometimes, man. If you don't take care of you, who's gonna do it for you? You know, it's your life, not theirs. Shout out to Stumbles. You know, that's what we're doing. And listen, good people, once again, once again, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. This train is gonna come out when it comes out, and we're gonna be rating, ready for it, willing and able to sit ourselves on our proverbial spaceships and to go where no man or woman has gone before. Like, we out of here. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna be out of here when we out of here. I'm telling you, and it's the truth. Each day that passes by, I become more and more bullish for this thing because it's just the truth. Because reality forced me to become bullish. What else am I gonna be bullish about? What else am I gonna be bullish about in the financial world? Nothing. Nothing except crypto. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. So, and we have good reason. We have great reason. You see what Hedron has done? Hedron is crazy with it right now. We understand that it had a dip, couple dips, major dips. Understand. I'm clear on the dips that it's had. I'm crystal clear on the dips that it's had. But woo, the derivative game is crazy. The derivative game is crazy. And people don't like it. Oh well. Who cares? You can't make everybody happy. Who cares, man? I'm gonna say what I like and talk about what I like, and they don't pay my bills. You know how that goes. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Be well. Take care. Be vigilant. Be safe. Peace.